Welcome back to Royalty Soaps and Chapter 4 of our Scarborough FAIRE story. So, if you have been with us for this entire collection, welcome back. And if this is the first video that you're popping into, may I just suggest you begin from the beginning so there are no spoilers. This collection is launching on May 6th, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, royaltysoaps.com. This entire collection is inspired by whimsical fairy tales and Ren fairs and medieval cosplaying, all of those lovely things. I hope you all enjoy it, and let's read Chapter 4. Chapter 4. You hurry to Thistle Meadow Market and start to look for a honey vendor. There are so many wonderful smells in the air and every sort of handmade good. You find beeswax candles, flower posies, metalworks, woven baskets, and finally a beekeeper with delicious wildflower honey. You buy a small bottle for the potion and some fragrant incense as a thank you gift for Rosamond, and return to the Red Rose Tavern. I know for most soaps, the first thing we do is pour our lye water solution in. But for today, the first thing we're going to add in is this honey. Now, this is from Sabine Creek Honey. They are a local honey provider. They're about 10 minutes away from me, so as local as it gets, really. And if you can just see the color of this honey, it's absolutely stunning. Now, Caleb is a honey connoisseur and he has a lot of different honeys from all over the world. They really help his allergies. And this is some of our favorite honey. So I am just going to scrape that straight into my oils. There's a couple different ways you can incorporate honey into your soap. Some people like to add it whenever the soap is fully emulsified and at trace. Some people like to add it to individual containers. Some people like to add it to the lye water solution. I feel like adding it to the lye water solution is my least favorite method. I prefer adding it just straight to my oils. And then I'm going to blend it into my oils for a really long time. Okay, and now I'm going to blend up my lye water solution. It does have a little bit of titanium dioxide in it today. This is going to be a very light, creamy colored soap. And now we're going to blend a little bit. Okay, so let us go ahead and section off our accent colors. I'm going to have 4 accent colors today, so it's actually quite a few. Okay, so we have our base soap. And then here is our fragrance oil blend. This is a custom blend. I will leave you guys the recipe on screen right now. It is 50% flowering sage and incense and 50% wildflower honey. These are both fragrances from Brambleberry. It makes the perfect Renaissance fair fragrance. It smells exactly like burning incense in the springtime. It is so delightful. It would actually be really good for a candle as well as a soap, or a wax melt, even if you're into wax melt making. I know I am. I'm just going to add the appropriate amount of fragrance into each container, and then the rest goes into my main bucket here. Scrape out all that extra goodness. Okay, let's get some colors in. So the first one I'm going to add is some titanium dioxide. Gonna mix that up. Pour it into our main container, and then we're going to start adding our colors. So into this first container, I'm adding True Yellow from TKB Trading, then some 24 karat gold, also from TKB Trading, then Goldfinger, this is from Mad Micas, and Metallica, this is also from Mad Micas. Look at this pretty color. It's a little bit darker than their, I think it's called Satin Penny, sort of a brownie red, but still very much metallic and shiny. All right, and we can go ahead and mix up all these colors. This is so gorgeous. Look at that color palette. Oh, all right, let's pour into our mold. Now, a lot of people have asked me whether or not the medicinal or health benefits of honey remain in the soap after the saponification process. And the answer to that is, I don't know. The saponification process is, I mean, let's face it, a really big chemical change. And honey typically makes my soap very hot. It may even go through gel phase. It can reach over 180 degrees. And I don't know what can survive those conditions. What can survive the chemical change? I get asked the same thing about essential oils. Can the wellness properties of the essential oils last through the saponification process, or is it mainly just used for fragrance? Well, here at Royalty Soaps, you guys know I don't make any claims other than that my soap will get you clean. I don't say that it helps with eczema. I don't tell you that it does literally anything else, because if I did, the FDA would say, well, then you're not selling soap, Miss Ma'am. You are selling a pharmaceutical or something else. So I don't make any other claims besides it will get you clean. I would love to see a study done about the benefits of different additives in soap, about which things maintain their potency, etc., etc. So what does the honey do for this soap then? Why am I adding it? Well, of course, there's always label appeal. It's fun to know that you're showering with a bar that has real honey in it. But also the honey serves a very practical purpose. It has sugar in it. And the practical purpose of sugar in a cold process soap recipe is to add more bubbles. Adding salt will make your bar harder. Adding sugar will make it more bubbly. Gonna get all this extra soap in here just like this. Also, just while we're on the topic of claims and such, another highly talked about question in my private DMs is, what's the difference between a shampoo bar and a bar of soap? And then often that question will be accompanied with a picture of an ingredient label of a shampoo bar. And then here's the deal. If it has saponified oils in it, it's probably a bar of soap being marketed as shampoo. And I don't really recommend using those as shampoo just because the pH of cold processed soap is very, very high and it can potentially damage your hair. You really should be using a product that is pH balanced, and that requires the use of synthetic detergents. I'm just going to put this bubble wrap on top. This is going to give us our beeswax look, just like this. Gently tap it in so we get that nice texture. And last one here. So if you're interested in purchasing a shampoo bar from a maker, all you have to do is email their customer service, ask if it is a cold processed soap bar or a soap being marketed as shampoo. You can also ask if it's pH balanced. All right, and then on this side, I'm simply going to texture like this. Give us just a little bit of texture on the side. And then tomorrow, we will add a little bit of pretend honey, other words known as glycerin soap that has been colored to look like honey. And this smells so amazing, you guys. Ugh, absolutely gorgeous. I know that so many people are going to love this scent combo because it's not overwhelming, but it definitely gets the point across. Let me zoom you in so you can see everything up close and personal. This is what it looks like. It's very calm and soothing colors. We'll wait 18 to 24 hours and then we'll come back and we will split the slab into loaves and cut the loaves into bars after this quick commercial break. Okay guys, it's the next day. So you can see this is the honeycomb pattern that the bubble wrap made. And here is one of the loaves with the bubble wrap still on. So I thought I would show me removing this because I know it can be very satisfying. Boop. If you want to get some really good crunchy sounds, I filmed an ASMR video doing this. It's over at the Royalty Soap's TikTok and Instagram. So cute! Now it is ready for the melt and pour honey. For the honey, I'm going to use this Suds and Glow Clear Melt and Pour Soap Base from Nature's Garden. All right, let's pour a little bit into our honeycomb. Ooh, so pretty. Yes. I'm not even making sure that it gets into every single bit of the honeycomb texture. I want some of that completely uncovered. Okay, this is what it looks like when it has the honey drizzle on top. So I'm gonna go outside and take some pictures, and then we will go ahead and split up the slab. Now, doesn't this just look so tasty? But don't eat it, okay? It's forbidden cake. Just gonna line this up with my soap cutter so we get two really good sample pieces on the end. Press down, pull one out, and this is what it looks like on the inside. These look so good, particularly when stacked up, because it looks like real honey. Look at that. Really love the swirl pattern. I won't be changing a thing about this soap. The question of the day is, do you like flavored honey? They often have these at Scarborough Fair. There's almost always one honey merchant, and they are so tasty. Caleb and I always get some. Now just try and tell me that you don't want to visit Thistle Meadow Market, because I know I do. The closest thing I can get to that is the Scarborough Fair in Waxahachie. They do have a lot of little shops and marketplace items that sell things as described in the story. It smells so good. I hope you all have an amazing day. Be sure you do something fun for yourself today, like maybe whipping up a recipe with some local honey, or perhaps you want to learn a little bit more about beekeeping. I don't really care what you do. Just be sure you do something for you, and I will see you all in the next video with the next chapter. And until then, bye for now.